Well, I'm wrapping up the last hour of a 120-hour full 5-day fast. Had no food, water and coffee only, and it was a deep journey. It's my third one that I've done. I did one in, I think, 2023, and did not do one in 2024. Did one earlier this year in 2025, and now we're in October 2025, and I'm doing my third full 5-day fast. My last meal was Sunday. It was scrambled eggs, some sausage, some yogurt, and an apple. Ate that Sunday morning about 8 a.m. And since then I've had nothing but coffee, water, and that's it. Electrolytes, my supplements, but no food whatsoever. Start with the kind of physical gains. There's definitely a lot of physical gains that come from this. My starting weight was 168.8 pounds. I finished weighing in this morning, 5 days later, at 159.2 pounds, so 9.6 pounds down. Body fat is down, I think a full point is what it is. I was down to maybe 13.2. I'll have to double check the numbers on that. But definitely I can feel it, and it's very obvious in my body. Like my belly fat dramatically gone, almost totally gone, love handles gone, flat belly, feeling very strong and energized as far as body perspective. Now I'll walk you through day by day what it was like. Day one, again, had breakfast with my fellow Kemper compadres at the Kemper Military School and College reunion. And then I hit the road for about 9 hours driving from Missouri to Texas. And so it was just drinking water on the road and listening to Audible. I actually listened to the entire book of The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. Highly, highly recommend that one. It was great, kind of came exactly at the right time in my spiritual journey. So I listened to that, got home Sunday, spent time with Amber and Kai, and hit the rack. Monday, woke up, got Kai to school. I did my normal morning routine when I woke up, felt really strong with that. And then again, we dropped Kai off at school, and Amber and I and the dogs did about a 2.5 mile walk around the neighborhood. Felt really good. Had a busy day with continuing education that day, so my mind was focused all day long. Very boring CE stuff to get it done, but it kept my mind focused, and I was good throughout the day. And then the evening was fine. We hung out as a family, Amber and Kai ate dinner, and then we watched either sitcoms or movies or different things. Some evenings we played games, but this evening we were watching a couple of the normal sitcoms we watch, and lots of food on the TV. So I'm fully getting into full 2 days in the fast at this point and seeing the food. So anyway, went to bed feeling a little bit hungry at the end of day 2. Day 3. Like oftentimes day 3s are really strong days. I felt really good on this day when I woke up. Like weighed in, I was down 6 pounds already in this journey. Felt great overall. Had lots on my calendar for the day and lots to look forward to, but I was definitely moving more slowly and deliberately. Like literally could feel the heartbeat in my chest as I was moving around. And so mind was feeling clear and focused, but body was definitely telling me, hey, slow down. It's time to start slowing down a little bit. Don't push as hard as you normally do. So Wednesday was, again, a busy day on my calendar. It was good, kept my mind occupied. My mind felt strong and clear and focused. I was grateful to have the things on my calendar to focus on. And then as we got into the evening, by Wednesday evening, again, sitting down having family time. Evenings are tougher. Each evening I was thinking about food and not concerned about being weak or breaking the fast because I'd made the commitment. The concern was just, my belly was turning. I could feel it. I was hungry. I knew I was deep into cell autophagy at this point, so that was great news. I knew that the old cells were being turned over and eaten by new clean cells regenerating in my body, so I felt really strong about that. But still was happy to get to bed and get some sleep so that I wasn't thinking about food anymore as the evening progressed. So day 4 was an interesting day. I woke up feeling really strong, Had a really powerful morning routine session, going through my normal morning routine and meditation. That felt amazing, just feeling strong. I had really no desire for food. The mornings were not bad. I have a little coffee and just get me going, and have literally zero desire for food as I'm going through the day. And this was an important day. This was a day I had blocked off with 8 one-hour blocks of just thinking time. I had a question for each of the 1-hour blocks to contemplate and think through. And so I did that, and went through a very long day. It started at 6:30 in the morning and ended about 5 p.m. in the evening. I had between 15 and 30 minute blocks or times between my 1-hour blocks. And during that time, I would go walk the neighborhood and walk around a little bit. And as the day progressed and my body got a little more tired, I would sit outside and just kind of contemplate and enjoy nature and just be at peace. Interestingly though, that day of the entire week, that was the biggest mental draw in my week, really going through this deep contemplative thought process. So it took a lot of energy. And by the end of the day, I was drawn. I was weak. I was a little tired, and I can tell you, I went to bed a little cranky that evening, just from mental fatigue. And by the end of the day, I was definitely feeling hunger. I was like, oh, it's coming. So I was happy to get in bed that evening and get some rest so that I could wake up the next morning and reset. Then for day 5, it's the last full day of my fast. I woke up again feeling strong and energized. Thursdays are my ruck days with F3. So I did a 5.25 mile ruck with F3. I brought my dog Riley along. I did not bring any extra weights. I mean, normally I bring about 25 pounds of weights that I have in my backpack and do it as a weighted ruck. I did not this time, went no weights, as my body's definitely weaker than it is normally, but I did have the dog who was pulling me along, and it was a great morning, great ruck with the F3 tribe. Solid day of work. Again, a busy calendar, lots of progress I was making in different initiatives on my calendar. And then that evening had a baseball game for Kai, a victory on that game. Kai even pitched, she did great. So it was a fun full day of activity, and knowing that, hey, tomorrow morning I'm breaking the fast. And so I felt good. I felt strong overall. Definitely at the baseball game, I'd smell food. At home when we got back, Kai's having pizza for dinner, smelling food. So I was looking forward to this morning when I'll be breaking the fast and reintegrating food back into my body. That's for sure. But it was a strong day for day 5. Felt really good about it, especially knowing that it was my last full day, because it's been a long week. This is not an easy thing to do. It's definitely been a long week, but it's been a super productive, spiritual, grounding week that has produced the results I want to produce. So here shortly, I'll be breaking the fast and completing the 120-hour fasting period. I do this for a few reasons. For health benefits, certainly we talked about cell autophagy. There's that. I do it for mental strength, to know that I can do hard things. I do it for mental clarity, to just understand and get away. Like, food does not always have to have power over us. Sometimes I do it to reset my food habits. I've done really well on that the past 6 weeks. So I'm really hoping that this continues to just launch me in a really good position. I do it for the physical benefits. It certainly eats away the fat that I've let accumulate in my body. And it just helps me to refocus and hopefully live into the best version of myself. But lastly, I do it for deep spiritual benefits. As I go through this, it forces me to slow down, just move slower, to focus on the little things, to be appreciative of the little things, and frankly, not get too stressed. So I do it for all those reasons and more. I encourage you, if you're looking for something to implement in your life, you can start. You don't need to start with a 5-day fast if you've never done it. Start with a 24-hour. You can do, I don't think that's incredibly difficult for people. You can literally go from dinner one night to dinner the next night and just go for 24 hours, go without a fast. And after a little bit, layer in a 2 or a 3-day fast. And then when you feel up for it, go for the full 5 days. It's truly a deep spiritual journey. I think you'll love it. So, hey, thanks for taking a look at this. Thanks for paying attention. If you want to continue on learning with me, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, and let's keep learning and growing together. Thanks so much.